What?
No?
What did you say?
No core?
No.
All right, it's Corey then.
There you go. Yeah, because
Hey,
core will get immediately thrown out of the
I
room.
know you're not talking. What did you tell me downstairs?
What?
Fucking Mac Attack?
That was my nickname.
He had a whole... No, listen. He had a whole fucking dance. It was disgusting.
Look, I'm not. Listen,
You
it
are.
wasn't.
Hey,
It wasn't.
Hey, you have black in your jeans. Why don't you dance like it?
Listen,
Black people are supposed to be smooth.
There were
and
some.
cool.
I look. See, but the thing is, sometimes I'm so smooth. Sometimes I'm cool. I never
I
have
definitely
rhythm.
see. I see the Renner when you're dancing.
Yeah,
That's what
facts.
I think you know. I know
Oh,
what that means.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, hope you guys had a good week. Clearly, as you can see, my man still got the belt. It was not a good week for me.
Bro, what did you text me? like right away. Like, yep, I suck.
Yeah, it was awful. Rams lost. Chiefs lost. Ravens lost.
I don't know why the fuck you picked the Chiefs. I really don't know why you picked the Chiefs, bro.
I'm not. Here's why. I looked at that game. My gut said pick the Titans, but then I was like, no, pick the Chiefs because if you pick the Titans, you're gonna look dumb. And then I lost.
I almost picked the Titans.
Yeah, but guess what? Our tiebreaker this week, we play each other. So
it's actually going to be a tiebreaker.
It's actually going to be
and
a
Matt
tiebreaker.
Nagy's not coaching. How
So I get the dub
excited are you?
automatically.
Right?
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 Because you got fucking shanty pants over there.
As long as we don't have a lead going into the fourth quarter. we're good.
Let's actually, before we fuck around and forget like we do every other week, we're gonna pick our locks right now. You, champ, get to go first. Let me pull this schedule up and you can dominate me. This is 2 weeks in a row, dog.
I know.
I was gonna keep. You know what? I had a tab in my notes for keeping track of the titles, but I forgot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a quick double right here. Watch this. Blah. We're gonna give you boom boom. You're up to 3, and we'll give me 1. That'll be so you're up by 1 going into this week. That's something else I need to try to remember to do. Now, if we go to the NFL schedule here, let's see what we got. Go ahead and pick you some games here. We're not obviously gonna pick. Obviously, my favorite team's the Bears. If you don't know, my favorite team's the Bears. His is the Niners. The Bears and Niners actually play this weekend. So
And we are both hot cross buns.
super trash. Justin Fields looks exactly like Ohio State quarterbacks usually look in the NFL, which is dog shit. I compared him to Troy Smith earlier this week, and Mo tried to argue and then didn't. He was like,
Yeah, why you gotta bring up Troy Smith? That'll shut everybody down.
remember he won the Heisman, beat Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl? Yeah, I remember.
Fuck that. You remember when Bob Stoops got beat by a hook and ladder and a Statue of Liberty?
Yes, actually.
Bro, why did
Boise State.
Why did I think that was like 2 different plays? I did not realize that
Same
was
game.
literally no, bro, back to back.
Yeah.
That was literally the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Yeah. Hook and laddered him, and then Statue of Liberty, and then the tight end proposed to his cheerleader girlfriend after the game.
Hope she said no. So, anyways,
Wow, that was dark. That was really sad, dog.
was that a no?
It was like the happiest moment of his life, and you just kicked him.
Did he say yeah?
I mean, he proposed to her, so he
I'm
said
gonna go brownies.
yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down before I fuck around and forget.
You better write brownies on that.
I will not do that. Hey guys, what are we gonna do for episode 100, man?
Yeah, anybody got any ideas for episode 100? I don't. We blew our load too fast on the Star Wars episode. That's what we should.
We always say that every time this comes up.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, I always blow my load too fast."
You picking the Browns over the Steelers
Yep.
with no Baker Mayfield?
Why? Him and Case Keenum are literally interchangeable.
It's true. I also don't really care about Baker Mayfield, to be fair. Cocky little shit.
I got all right. That's too easy. You know what? Fuck it. I'll be a bitch about it.
You can pick whatever you want.
Rams.
You get to go first. Okay.
So what's going on with Deshaun Watson? Has anybody out there heard about Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. What do you want to know? I called him yesterday.
How's he doing?
So he's okay.
Is he staying out of massage rooms?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Dolphins are gonna trade for him, but they have to do it by Tuesday. The owner said we can trade for Deshaun Watson if we have confirmation of what his punishment is gonna be in the NFL.
And because I hate your former boss, I won't say his name on camera. I want to pick the
boys. You picking the boys?
Boys.
Without Dak?
He's not playing?
He might be out. No, you already said boys. Fuck
yeah,
it.
Fuck
Fuck
that.
you.
Yeah, fuck that. The Vikings are so bad, they're going to fucking
That's
lose.
not true.
Yeah, they have no defensive players. I looked at the other day, fucking Bert and Ernie are out there playing safeties, dog. It's crazy.
Where's Harrison?
I don't know. He's Bert.
All right, so I'm going to go Bengals get a win.
The Bangies?
Because I keep
No Bangies? The Bengals?
How do you spell Bengals? Bangel.
You are live on camera.
I can't spell.
Bengalls.
Benga. All right, there it is. I got B. Bengals win. All right. Next up, we're gonna go for the. Yeah, I'm gonna be a bitch and pick the Chargers to win. Yeah.
Who are they playing?
The Patriots. Chargers get that win.
You saw I picked the Rams over the Texans.
Yeah, I did see that.
I don't have any room to judge you about. Here, hold on, go down a little bit. A little slobber knocker. Lions and Eagles.
that's a
who can fuck up the least. So Jalen Hurts is not an NFL quarterback, right?
No, he's Tim Tebow. That's
not a good comp, bro. It's like, oh man, he's so good, he could be the next Ryan Leaf.
I'm gonna go.
He's built just like Jamarcus Russell. I mean, yeah, but like, sure.
I know that I'm gonna go Chiefs. Get back-to-back weeks. I'm picking the Chiefs.
Somebody pointed this out to me. Did you send it to me? You did send it. Maybe you did send it to me about fucking Patrick Mahomes being back-to-back on the covers.
Yeah. It took 2 years, but it finally caught up to the guy.
That's how good you are. You got to be on back-to-backs.
Anymore? Shit.
Oh, no, it's not back-to-back, was it? It was 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3 years?
Yeah, because he was on 19. No. Was he 19? Antonio Brown was 20? No, he was 20. 21 was someone else, and then 22 and
I still have not bought Madden 22. I don't even know why you wanted me to buy it. Have you played it?
Yeah.
How many times?
2 times. I've played it a little bit, but mostly I got it. I was getting into a season. I was setting up a franchise. I was playing it for a while. I'm like 8-9 weeks into the franchise, and then my kid was born, and I started playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. So I've just been playing like mostly Yu-Gi-Oh.
Tell him in the camera. Just sending your boy to the Shadow Realm every time you get a chance.
Dog, you just get super unlucky. Like honestly, you fucked me up with a Fiend deck the first time you played it, and then you got shit luck the rest of the time.
Bro.
It was some of the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen. Like you would draw, you're like, I can't play a monster. I've done 7 draws. I can't play. I'm sorry. I'm like, this is anyway. We don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh to even bring it up here yet. But anyway, we got our locks done for next week.
At least you know what? At least I know how to play.
Yeah,
that's what I'm excited.
I mean,
about.
We know how to play like early Yu-Gi-Oh. Do you know how to? Do you know?
Nope. Don't even say it.
XYZ summoning
and the synchro and all that shit.
Synchro's easy. Synchro's easy.
And then the pendulum.
But I know Synchro's easy because I played it and I watched that show. Like, so I know about how to do that. The pendulum summon makes no fucking sense, and I played it. Like I started it because I was interested. You put a monster in the spell zone, right? And then you put a monster in this spell zone, and then you can summon a monster regardless of level if it falls between the number they say you can, and when the pendulum monster gets destroyed, it goes face up, and I pendulum summon like 6 things at one time. I was like,
this sounds broken.
It is broken. He's the only guy. He's the only person in the show. The main character is the only one who can do it. There were special cards given to him by his dad, and nobody.
So hold on. So what you're saying is they had to do what like all other animes do and just fucking cheat, and that way this dude could beat Yugi. You can't be Heart of the Cards. I actually Heart of the Cards the other day. I needed 1 card.
Dude, Heart of the Cards.
Does Heart of the Cards count if it's Exodia?
Yes, because that's how Yugi beat Kaiba in the first duel. Draw your next pathetic card, Yugi. My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. Exodia.
Meanwhile, we'll fucking straight face pull out a Karibo. That card should be called...
I was gonna try.
That card should be called Karib God, because that thing can do...
Karibo is amazing. So we got our locks done. That's good. I'm gonna move into...
We remembered for like the first time like 8 weeks.
2. Like 2 or 3 maybe.
It feels like.
And we had some time off there. We're good. We're gonna get back in the groove.
Somebody had to have a fucking baby.
Well, somebody had to work every Saturday for the next month. All right. So fun fact: Steph Curry could miss his next 500 3-pointers. And would still have a higher 3-point percentage for his career than Ray Allen.
You know what's sad about Ray Allen? A lot of people would just remember him for the end. It's like Vince Carter. You just remember him.
Yeah, at the end.
But like he was crazy good in Milwaukee.
He was, yeah.
Seattle.
And he was Like, people only know him as a sniper. That's not what he was when he first got to the league. Not freak, only what he did when he first got to the league. He was an athletic. He was dunking. You can look up Ray Allen dunking on people. Whoa.
That sentence doesn't even sit right.
It makes no sense whatsoever. You all you remember is the shot against the Spurs in the finals, that corner 3 to tie the game up.
He's got a sexy jump shot. But I could never hit it in 2K. I can't shoot it.
You're too slow. You hit. Let go. You know how every year they change.
Did you just call me? That was messed up.
What?
Mentally challenged on.
I did not. I did not. First of all,
you said you're slow. That's what it meant.
No, it meant your.
That's how I'm choosing to take it because
your fingies are slow. Hey, so listen, we got a debate topic. I don't think it's a debate because I think you're a sensible human being. But I saw this was trending on like TikTok or something, and I wanted to like look at it, see what our audience thought. Is a s'more a sandwich?
No.
Okay, no. Obviously, this is the easiest thing in the world.
But yeah.
No.
No, because it's between two crackers.
Not bread.
Not bread.
The definition is
a hot
bread,
dog a sandwich?
meat, cheese slice. What?
No,
we've been over that. I'll kill you. A hot dog is a hot dog. That's why they have specific kind of buns.
No, it's an American taco.
All right, so thanks for coming, hanging out, guys. We'll see you guys.
You don't like that?
No.
Okay. I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Tragic, honestly. Hey.
You know what? Fuck that. You know what I just remembered?
What's up?
You.
No, it can't be.
Thank you. Well, you know what? No, because we literally just had this conversation downstairs. Yep. Now it's not. Nope.
Anyway, what's up? You were gonna say something?
I don't remember.
All right. You got distracted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
You're the fucking one that puts goddamn preserves on a fucking peanut butter and jelly.
I said I preserves? No. Prefer preserves over grape. I like strawberry jam best. Next topic, please.
What's it called?
Strawberry jam.
No, what's it called?
Strawberry jelly?
No, what is a peanut butter and...
jelly? Okay, fine. I like strawberry jelly better. If it's anything strawberry preserves, I'll put a whole peanut butter, the right peanut butter. I'll put whole ass strawberries, then bread before I do grape jelly. Plain ass Concord grape jelly is ass. Next topic, please.
You go to when you were in lunch at school.
I was.
Did you eat lunch?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so
dude, you can see my gray hairs. That's fucking crazy. Go on.
He's younger than me, and he's got. I don't have it.
They're shiny.
My hair's like this big, so it probably do. Anyway, I pulled one out of my beard hair the other day, and it broke my fucking heart.
As long as it's not,
I pulled it out.
You're good.
Pulled it out. Anyway, why do you hate food so much? Who?
Wait. Are you talking about blackberry like jelly or some shit? Who does that? Anyway, we might have to mute her. Can I put you in timeout? Is that thing? Can I put you in timeout so you can't do that anymore?
Anyway, what was I saying?
I don't know. You said where I was in school lunch. Oh no!
When you're in school, you were at school lunch.
I've gaffed it. Hey.
When you were at school lunch,
right.
Did you Milkies were there? You had your Milkies.
Yeah, I didn't. But okay.
You didn't drink milk?
No. Who drinks milk? But obviously strawberry. Next question. I don't understand why you thought that was gonna be a different answer.
You were the kid I made fun of. You know why? Because look, when you looked in there, right?
Yeah.
You had there was like 2 crates of white, 2 crates of chocolate, half a crate of strawberry.
Yeah, you know why there was less strawberry? Because everybody took it.
No, and because it was been sitting in there for fucking ever.
Stop.
And then like 2 things of skim milk. Yeah. So you were a skim milk kid.
No, I drank strawberry. I don't drink skim milk. That's disgusting.
You had chocolate sitting right there in front of you.
Chocolate isn't good. Next.
I almost hit
good?
I almost hit no.
Duh, he hit me with the belt like Roman did to Brock.
Fuck Brock. So
he's banned. He's suspended indefinitely.
Good.
For his actions.
His actions. You know he's suspended for his haircut.
You don't like the ponytail? So Simon from What Culture was talking about.
Seriously, Corinne, why do you hate food so much?
Okay, so check it out. So I'm going to tell a stupid story because I'm an idiot and I can embrace that. So the baby has a hard time with dairy. Same thing with Squish. She had to cut out dairy because it makes their belly all upset.
Bubble guts.
Yeah, it just pisses them off. So she can't have dairy. So I was like, I'll go buy you some dairy-free ice cream because I'm a good husband. So I go to the store. I'm looking, and we only have a tiny little store in town. I didn't have time to run to Meijer. So I was looking, and I'm like, oh, man, I don't see dairy-free. And then I was like, wait, Halo Top is like healthy ice cream. You're supposed to be able to eat it when you're on a diet. I look at it. It said skim milk. I said, I don't think that's dairy. I think it's skim milk is like the off-brand milk. It's like watered down milk. It'll be fine. So I buy it, and then because it was like she was gonna have one more day where she could eat ice cream, I was gonna get her a McFlurry. So I'm in the McDonald's drive-thru, and I didn't order the McFlurry because I already got her ice cream. I'm awesome. So I texted her. I was like, hey, is skim milk dairy? ? And she was like, what? And I was like, well, because skim milk is not regular milk. I thought it was. She's like, it's in the name. It's skim milk. And I was like, milk. Fuck. So then I went back to the drive-thru and got her a McFlurry and came home and was just shaking my fucking head. But anyways, so yeah, I'm stupid. I don't know what the difference between skim milk and dairy-free is.
I've never had skim milk.
It's fine. It's literally gross.
Yeah, it's like water.
Also, almond milk? How the fuck you get milk out of an almond? This juice, dog.
Yeah, and that's why. Nobody wants to drink nut juice. And you're doing a fine job. I feel like here's what I think.
What do you think?
I feel like you, Corinne, you hate food.
She does.
And you hate order.
Oh, check this. Look at this Godzilla, man. I need to get me a display case behind us so we can have like Godzilla back there. I got all these statues and stuff I can hang up, but I'm just lazy. I gotta go to Fort Wayne, dog. The only place that has the affordable one I want is in IKEA in Fort Wayne.
I didn't know there was an IKEA in Fort Wayne.
It's the only place there's an IKEA in Indiana, apparently.
I don't want to go to Fort Wayne.
I don't either.
I'd rather go there than to Chicago.
You can go to Fort Wayne though. We'll go. We'll make it a trip. We'll go down to Fort Wayne. We'll pick up the case and then we'll go play laser tag because they have a laser tag place.
Can we go to the zoo? I've never been to the Fort Wayne Zoo.
If I went to the zoo without my kid, then I would be in trouble.
That's for you to figure out. No, I don't think you do. I don't think you love. No, I don't think you love either of those things. I think you hate food. You love chaos.
See, it just some of your choices are just so silly. Anyway, hey.
The way you eat bananas alone is blasphemous, and whoever taught you how to eat those is also a blasphemer. Huh?
A blasphemer?
Yeah.
2 followers? Well, it says 1 viewer here, but 2 here. Anyway, guys, listen.
What are we doing?
So, pita.
Like the sandwich?
No.
Good. Well, it's a good segue.
You were thinking pita bread.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
no.
you ever hey, have you ever had a pita?
PETA, PETA, the people for eating of tasty animals. They on Twitter.
Shut us down.
Well, I don't know about where it started. I saw it on Twitter. They were campaigning for Major League Baseball to remove the term bullpen,
which is where the pitchers are, by the way.
Where the pitchers go and they go warm
up. In case you don't know.
They want to remove the term bullpen because it's offensive to the cows, and they would like to change that to arm barn.
For those of you that don't know, professional baseball has been around since the mid to late 1800s. It is 2021. Might as well be 2022 because the World Series is going on right now.
Yeah, it's true. When was baseball started? Major League Baseball first event 1876, and they're just now asking about the bullpen.
You know what? This is what happens when bored activists ain't got shit going on.
And also, PETA sucks.
Can we be honest?
They don't do anything beneficial ever.
And the things that they go after make no sense. Like they want to shut down animal rescues. And then they want to put all the animals down.
Right. PETA, what are you doing?
PETA, on average, kills more animals than most of the people they claim that fucking...
And then most of the shelters and all that stuff.
That's interesting. PETA. I did not know that. I did not know your house was that old.
Old as fuck. That's why there's bats and demons and...
Your house is probably haunted.
So, I keep knocking the camera. I can't sit! Anyway, so here's a story. So, my wife's trying to lay Squish down earlier this week or last week, I think. And laid her down. She woke up, went upstairs. We could go through a routine. And one time, she's always got a microphone so we can hear her and she can talk to us. So she picks up the microphone and says, "Yeah, we do. It's true.
No, I
gotta turn it off because I don't want to hear any people talking on it." So Squish picks up the microphone. She says, "Mommy, I can't nap." She's never said, "I can't sleep. I can't." She's never said something. She's like, "Time to get up," or like she said something in a positive. She said she couldn't sleep. So wife comes upstairs, opens the door. Kid is hiding. So she got a big bed and like it's like sit right here, right? And then in the corner, she's got a basket and stuff, and she's hiding between the wall and her bed and the basket, hiding, and says, "Mommy, I can't nap." And so Corinne's like, "What's wrong?" And she points above her head. Doesn't say anything, just points above my wife stepped in the door. She points above my wife's head, and she's like, "This is it. There's gonna be a ghost. This is the end."
So if she does that, you don't look.
she
one thing about horror movies that I know.
If you look, she looked, and it was like a house centipede. It has all these legs, and it's gross. Anyway, so Corinne had to like go get a ladder and get a fly swatter, and Squish is crying because there's a monster in our room. So Squish is like, "Mommy, I come with you," and she's like, "Okay, well come on." She's like, "I can't. There's a bug." So she had to leave her in there to fend for herself for a second while she went and got her supplies so she could kill them.
What would you have done? And what would have Corinne would have done if she'd have walked back in and the bed was fucking dead? She just killed her.
Squish might have done
with the force.
Just Empress Squish, yeah. It was frightening. When Corinne was telling me the story, I was like, "Oh no, there's a ghost in the house!" Like I was so scared. But anyway, oh no,
so
I forgot to charge my phone.
It's definitely better that when she turned around, there was something.
Right, because if there's nothing,
imagine if there's nothing.
No.
I hope that never happened. And yeah, you're brave. Have you never seen any horror movies? You never put a microphone in your kid's bedroom. Because next thing you know, they're having a conversation with somebody you can't see or hear. Or worse, you can hear them. Yeah, then you burn the whole house down.
Go ahead and don't talk about that. Because I won't be able to sleep. So, we'll talk about some NFL topics next. So we were both wrong about Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase. I thought Joe Burrow was going to be hot cross buns. We both said the Ja'Marr Chase pick over the tackle was an awful choice.
And I'll still defend what I said. I still think you need to protect your rookie quarterback or your young quarterback over getting him a weapon.
But he's 4-2 and
don't do that.
Sam and Dean isn't real.
And how does the show start? Corinne? Do you want to be up on the ceiling? Because that's what happened. Two babies.
He has the most receiving yards. Oh God!
Just put 2 and 2 together.
Stop.
Goodness, Azel's coming for you. Anyways,
sorry, I got the colt in the bedroom. I'm good. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Yeah. So he's got the most receiving yards through 7 games and 8 games now than any player in NFL history. That includes Randy Moss. That includes Justin Jefferson last year. That includes Calvin. Includes everybody. He's got the most. He's got like the second most touchdowns of all time through 7 games. He's playing phenomenal. Joe Burrow's playing phenomenal. Now, granted, I think Burrow is still going to end up being mediocre. I think his deep ball still is wildly underrated, or overrated. Ja'Marr Chase is making great plays on the balls that are making it seem like
it's fucking good, man.
But because I've seen Burrow have 127 yards and 3 touchdowns in a game. I've also seen him put up 400 yards against the Ravens. So I don't know what to tell you about that, but I feel like Burrow's not as good. I think Justin Jefferson, Ja'Marr Chase is definitely making him look better. However, I was wrong about the Ja'Marr Chase pick. I didn't think he was going to be that great, but
I thought he was going to be good. In my opinion, if I put the old GMster hat on,
I would have made the same pick. However, the Lions are 0-7, and the Bengals are leading the division with the Browns, who everybody picked as a Super Bowl team, and the Ravens. So
the Browns are buns, and I'm so tired.
Buns.
I'm so tired of people.
You got to stop putting believies in them, man.
Not only that, but they want to look at all of the they want to blame Odell, and it's but Odell can't do shit if nobody's getting him the fucking ball.
Now, granted, he's had some drops. He's definitely not played as well as we've seen him play in the past. However, against the Vikings, he was running wide open.
Vikings, you could get open for a couple grabs against the Vikings. Who do they have? Old ass Patrick Peterson.
I would pull a hammy just trying to warm
I
up.
pulled a hammy just thinking about it.
Shit. Ooh, hammy pull sucks, bro. I almost threw up.
You know what's worse?
Achilles?
Popping your Achilles.
Hammy looked like a champ, though.
I wanted to cry.
You should have. You probably should have.
I wanted to.
You then went to Walmart. Then you went to work the next day.
Bro,
dog, I'm not gonna lie. This is looking kind of clean, dog. It's a little thin still, but
you're getting there.
It's looking good.
Now
this side over here has some work. I know.
You gotta let it grow, then trim it.
I have been, but the problem is I don't like because it needs to thicken up right here in the thin pat, but it grows up here.
Yep, I trim that.
I'm just saying, like. I have to let it all go, and so I get these little.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel so much more attractive now that I've cut my beard off. I did not realize how
you look good.
Mangly
shit
and fucking gross.
Right, and that's why. See, I had chin strap, but the cheekies, I need to hide a little bit more.
The
of that.
cheeksters.
The cheeksters were coming out, dog. Kids, man.
We talk like 7-year-olds, and I fucking love
it. Hey, we're up to 3 viewers. That might be a record, by the way.
Yeah, we had 4 for a second, and I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. They heard us say cheeksters, and they were like, "Nah, we gotta go."
Fuck, did he? The grown
man. Thank you guys for listening and hanging out. We appreciate y'all. Next up, I'll take credit. I don't know where you stood on the Sam Darnold thing. After the first 3 games of the season, I was like, yes, I was right. The Jets. Sam Darnold is ass. He's been probably the worst quarterback in the NFL over the last 4 weeks. He got benched last week for P.J. Walker.
Hey, he played in the XFL. Yeah. I'm so excited for that to come back, by the way.
The Rock.
Thank you, Rock. He's rapping now?
No. He had 1 30-second verse.
I got that on my phone. That song is dope.
It's a good song. Overall, it's a good song. And The Rock's verse is also good. Like, whoever wrote that for him did a great job.
I think, in my heart, he wrote it. I know he didn't, but I'm going to say he did.
Here's the other thing. I was going to say, hard pivot from Sam Darnold being hot cross buns. Simon Miller from What Culture said that the original plan, and we were predicting this too, Roman was going to fight Rock at WrestleMania because he was doing he was fucking up his family shit. But The Rock is too busy. So I think the plan is going to be Roman and Brock at WrestleMania, another headliner for Roman. But next WrestleMania will be Roman and Rock.
Yeah, because he's the real head of the family.
Yeah, well,
he's gonna lose so that Roman can.
No, I think you could give Brock the dub or Rock the dub, and so look, Roman's been a heel. By that point, he'll have been a heel for like 3 years. You could do Rock versus Roman. Rock beats Roman. Roman flips back to being a good guy. Because I don't think they'll keep him heel forever. This tribal chief thing is working awesome, and I love it.
But you don't want him to run it in the ground.
Yeah. You could have it maybe flip it back.
What about that fucking Bray Wyatt tweet I said? You said 2 days.
It's been like 3 days now.
I
think you're right. I think it just meant he was free.
I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know what's going on.
I don't follow Bray Wyatt though. But if he ends up on AEW, that would be sick.
I don't know. I don't.
I shouted out our viewers and they all left.
They fucking sprinted
It's
out
just
here.
the wife now. Hey, baby.
Nope, she's probably one of the ones that left.
No, probably we're on mute next to her and she's playing Skyrim or watching a Halloween Town or something.
Better not be that movie we went down there and saw her watching the other day.
Bro,
last week, what was
I finished it now. I finished 1 and 2. I don't know if I finished 1. Zombies 2. It is...
Zomberts?
Dog. So the part that you didn't see, the werewolves are singing.
That's what I saw.
Okay.
And I left immediately.
Right. I'm proud of you.
And
did you see the part where the werewolves walked into the fucking air conditioning?
No.
Okay, so they're singing about they have to go to the school because they're looking for the Moonstone. Not the one from Pokemon.
I was gonna say the one from Pokemon.
And
we find out.
And they're in somehow. So the school, they go in at night. The school's unlocked. And they sneak in and they just open the air ducts and they walk into the air duct like fucking grown ass people. Just walk into the duct.
So how are they so big? Why are the air ducts so big?
That was my first question. I'm like, why the fuck are the ducts so goddamn big? And then,
bro, I know it's supposed to be you're immersed in the movie.
So they're talking. Dog, it took me. I wasn't immersed in the first place. Second of all, if it did immerse you, it took you the fuck out of it because you're like, dog. Not only was it big enough to fit a fucking pack of werewolves, mind you, it was just open. It was just...
Yes, we are. I don't...
starts it. They're having a pep rally, okay? Not pep rally. School president, I think, is coming up. So the werewolf, the zombie, Zed, the zombie, Zed. Do you know how they say Z in British? Zed. So he's just Z the zombie, which is fucking. Please, writing company, try harder. Please. Zed the zombie.
They should have named it Zach. At least that.
I mean, something. So he's competing to be. No. So then, it cuts to the werewolves, right? So they've crawled now, since the whole school is at this meeting, they've crawled out of the air ducts at fucking lunchtime. All right? So then they're walking, and the alpha is like, all right, we gotta be quiet. They'll never know we're here. Then they open the trophy cabinet. One of the werewolves grabs the silver cup and starts burning their hands. So it's like, oh, it's so funny. They're burning their hands on silver. Anyway, so then they're like, shh, we gotta be quiet. They'll never see us coming. Her sentence ends. They walk to the gym while the people are looking in these windows. And then people are like, what is this? Who? Hey, that would have been funnier if you wouldn't have said invite and would have said invent like you meant. And zombies have their own...
23 words for brains.
Zombie has its own language.
What is it? Zomblish?
And they have 23 words for brains in zombie.
Why?
Nobody knows. So, the werewolves peek into the gymnasium.
Right? Ask more questions.
Answer. You know what the problem is? It's like you'll watch it to see how much worse it can get. Anyway, so the werewolves are peeking. And then they walk into the gymnasium. She not 30 seconds ago said, they'll never know we're here. We'll be quiet. We'll get the moonstone and we'll leave. And then they walk where all the students are. And then they start growling and shit.
Oh shit. She's calling you out.
Yeah, I'm talking about the movie. I'm talking about how shit it is. Go watch Zombies 2 on Disney and tell me if you make it through.
Is it worse than Wonder Woman 2?
Yes, because it makes the werewolves shit. Bro, at one point...
By the way, if you don't know, me and him, big fans of werewolves.
Werewolves are the best. They're the coolest. Dragons and then werewolves. Or werewolves. Werewolves are at least something attainable. Attainable. That's a stupid thing.
Lycanthropy?
But people can be werewolves. In some shapeshifter novels, you can have shape-shifting dragons, but that's a little bit much for me. But, so anyway, point being, I like werewolves.
Human body contain enough...
I've read a book about dragons that shapeshift. Anyway, wrong. What am I wrong about? Because you're on a delay.
Worse than Wonder Woman or worse?
But anyway, werewolves. So the werewolves are like Zed's girl is. She's not. We don't know what she.
Hunters. Like hunters are better than werewolves because that's not.
Are you talking about the Hunter novels, like the Monster Hunter books?
If that's the case,
Earl Harbinger is fucking the greatest fictional werewolf I've ever read.
Wolf Daddy. Wait, oops.
I don't think. Yeah, you can say that to me in private. I wouldn't put that on the internet. But anyway,
too late.
So the werewolves. Okay, so the werewolves join the school. They don't have to sign any paperwork. They just show up and we go to school here now, and they're like,
isn't that what happened in Twilight? But with vampires. Could you imagine having to pretend to be a teenager for your entire immortal existence? Awful.
Listen, we're not done yet. So the werewolf, right? So Zed's girl she's got white hair, and that makes her different. So she has to wear a wig her whole life because it's a perfect town, and if her white hair makes her stand.
A perfect town that has werewolves?
Well, there was a spill. They spilled lime juice on the moonstone, and the spilled lime juice turned people into zombies. You see, this was in movie 1 that I didn't know yet at the time. Anyway, the girl thinks maybe she's supposed to be a werewolf, and she doesn't have a moonstone, so she didn't know. So then she goes and hangs out with the werewolves, and then dickhead Zed, he goes to where the werewolves are, and they're all dancing with his girl, so he breaks his Z-band, which restricts the zombies from making them not want to eat brains. And apparently zombies are really strong. So he breaks his Z-band and starts fighting the werewolves. And he takes a werewolf and throws a bitch-ass werewolf across the room. I'm like, it's a zombie! Zombies are not supposed to be the strong... Anyway, it's dog shit. Anyway, wow. Let's talk about something better like Star Wars.
1 out of 10? 2 out of 10. 0 out of 10.
I don't ever want to watch it again.
That's like right there with Wonder Woman 2, though.
I'm honestly trying to think if it's here's why it's not worse, or here's why Wonder Woman 2 is worse, because Wonder Woman 2 took itself seriously.
Bro.
This movie, I don't think takes itself seriously. No, it takes itself seriously for like a Disney channel. It's like new High School Musical, and so it no.
It's sick dance moves.
Hunters are better than werewolves. False. Are better than werewolves. Are better than vamps. Are better than zombies. So you're saying hunters are better than all of the that's just wow. Zombies and Z Zombies and Zombies 2, they have sick dance moves. I will say this, there was, I think I fucked that up.
What are you doing?
Well, I don't know where the end of, what is this?
Zomberts.
Anyway, point being, sorry, our audio version got a little fucked up there. I'm not sure what you mean. Hunters aren't better than werewolves. If I could pick, I'd want to be a werewolf, not a hunter.
What kind of werewolf? What are we talking about? Like, do you have control of it?
Yeah, we're talking, acquired control. We're talking Earl Harbinger level.
So you would continuously throw yourself off a cliff and smash the bottom. He still doesn't have full control until his book. Crusty werewolf.
Okay, listen.
Are you talking?
That's a different world. Obviously,
are you talking about supernatural werewolves?
Supernatural.
They're super buns.
There's super buns in Supernatural. First of all, second of all, clearly Sam, Dean, Bobby, the whole lot of the hunters are. You're right. The hunters in Supernatural are definitely better than any of the mythical creatures they've shown.
Are y'all ever gonna finish this goddamn show,
sir? I don't feel like you should be attacking me right now.
I'm attacking both of you since she's accusing of attacking her all night. Finish the show.
We're trying, but you really gotta be ready.
Yeah, and they're 45 minutes apiece too.
You gotta be okay. We've got some time, and you're never gonna watch just one. Like
not with those sexy sons of bitches.
No, you're 2-3 in
hunting things, saving people,
family business. Listen, it's a great show. I love the show. But we are working on it. The werewolves suck. Now, you know what I was hype about? They introduced the alpha vampire, the first vampire ever. I'm like, oh, I want to see the alpha werewolf. He's going to be cooler than the rest of them. But at least to my knowledge, we haven't seen him yet.
And the black dude.
No, he's the vampire.
Is he?
Yeah. With his long fingernails.
Yeah, but he was cool.
He was cool as fuck. Don't get me wrong. I hate in media when they make the vampires cool. Makes me sad.
I'm so proud of you. I hate vampires.
Same.
And I hated them before Twilight, so don't say
no,
that.
yeah, true.
I'm not being a hipster about
always
it
werewolves
in my life.
were the best. But let's move on to something cooler, shall we? I wanted to talk about LeBron. So I wrote this little thing. So I personally believe if LeBron can keep up his shooting that he's displayed this year, and he keeps it up for a full season, and let's say into the next season, I'll give him like 2 years playing like this. I feel like I already feel like he's the greatest of all time, but I think his case can be solidified if he keeps this shooting streak up for the next couple years, because he went from driving.
You're saying if he can up his shooting,
flip his game,
yeah,
because
if he can commit to the full flip,
right,
and actually be good at it, is that what
right?
You're saying? Yeah.
Because how many players, you're 19, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. If he shows, I have a mid-range game, maybe not obviously like Jordan or Kobe, but I have a mid-range game. I can shoot threes.
To me, it'll be as big of a transition that we saw from Froby to Mamba, where he went from being a fucking drive-only guy to working on a post game. But to the nth degree, because now he can shoot threes at a consistent basis.
Right, and now granted, yesterday his first game back was not a good representation of what I'm talking about.
What was he out for?
His ankle.
Okay.
I
saw
the back. It was the back-to-backs. That's why he was out.
He's fucking old, man. He doesn't need a reason. Unlike Kawhi. Kawhi just.
He did tear his ACL.
Before that.
I can't argue with that. He's shooting currently 48% from 3 and 45% from the floor and 58% effective field goal percentage. Let's say that comes down, he shoots 40% from three.
If he can shoot 40% from three, that whole narrative that he can't shoot needs to die.
And he shoots his usual 50% from the rest of the floor. You know, maybe his mid-range is like 45%, but his overall mid-range, his overall scoring from the floor is like 50%. That change going, he's what was it? Because
now in my opinion, now you're freeing up.
So his average shot distance right now is about 18 feet from the rim. That's double what he was the rest of his career. So if he can, he's extended his shooting range like consistently, and he keeps making them at the same clip. What in year 19? That's gotta be an achievement. Whereas people are gonna say, well, like here's the other thing I don't understand is Skip goes in every week. Well, he's shooting more threes because he's catch Kareem, and he's trying to shoot threes because he only cares about scoring. Okay, but every great player ever moves farther away from the basket.
But if he only cared about scoring, I don't think he's ever led the league in points, but maybe one time.
Once. He said it before. I don't care. I'm going to do whatever's best to help my team win. Most of the time that means assisting, bringing the ball up the court, playing hardcore defense. It doesn't mean scoring 45 points a game. That's not what was best for the team.
And that's not the case.
Now, he's also never not led his team in scoring but 1 year, I think.
But that's not his game, though. But he's better if the defense is focusing on him. So
and he's finding passers and shit. Yeah, he's finding his shooters. But
I never thought in my whole entire life that I would be, not only am I a LeBron fan, but I'm defending him.
He plays for the Lakers now.
I liked him before that. When he went back to Cleveland and he had that heartfelt
his speech?
Yeah.
The letter he wrote coming home. That was dope. That was super dope. So I want to talk also basketball. I want to shit on James Harden for a second. We've shit on James Harden for the last couple of years. The foul hunting, the obscene amount of 3 points he would take. I literally think there was a game he was like 5 of 20 or like 3 of 20 or something. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. The amount of shots he would put up in Houston. And after this rule change.
And you can't ever really say that he didn't have help. Because I think Eric Gordon was there the entire time.
Eric Gordon, they brought Dwight, but that didn't really work at first.
Chris Paul?
They had Chris Paul, he had Russ. He was only alone for like a season.
When he first got there?
Yeah. And then they were like, oh shit, he's really good. We got something here. His last 2 years in Houston, he had 40 games where he shot 15 or more free throws. Through 5 games this season, he shot 15 total. In the first 3 games last year, he had 48
free throws.
Thank you. Through 3 games. This year, he has 9. And his points per game are down. His assists are down. His shot percentage is down. His field goal percentage.
Here's the thing about him. I don't think it's got anything to do with his scoring ability. I think he's just taken all of that off because he was able to get
the aggression. Yeah, he's just trying to get the free throw line. He's not trying to
score anymore. He's just trying to go to the free throw line.
And like Trae Young was talking about how this rule is terrible for the game. Dame's averaging 17 points. James Harden's averaging 14. Yeah, Steph Curry's averaging 35. He's a shooter. Devin Booker's only averaging 18. Yeah, Devin Booker didn't foul hunt like y'all. Like the what they took out it's not okay. No fouls in the game. They took out the and throw up a shot. They took out that bullshit where you take the ball and rip it through the defender's guy's hand like this, and he rips the ball up like he's pretending to shoot. Like they took that shit out. They took out they did it to Pat Bev. He's dribbling the ball up the court and he stops his momentum and the defender runs into the back, offensive foul. They took that shit out of the game. Like the shit that is clearly not a basketball play. So Harden can I bet Harden goes back up to averaging 25 points a game easy. He's really damn good. The problem is he's conditioned himself over the last 5 years to play like a bitch. Yep. Instead of aggressive, like we saw the highlights from his first year in Houston. The dude was awesome. He would attack the rim. He's dunking the ball. He's pulling up from mid-range like he can. But instead of doing the fucking flopping bullshit, he doesn't do that anymore.
Well, he does it.
Well, he does it now. He's just not getting the calls. And that's why he's playing like shit. Although he did have 14 or 15 free throws last night. Which, Probably because the refs heard him bitching so much. So, I want to talk Star Wars real quick, and then we'll go bullshit Skip Bayless says. In episode 3, when Anakin goes and kills the Separatists on Mustafar, it shows his eyes are Sith orange. They've changed color, right? And then when we see him again, when Padme shows up, his eyes are back to their blue color. And they don't change again until after the fight with Obi-Wan. And the question was, why is that? So I watched a video by Star Wars Theory. If you like Star Wars, please go follow that man's channel. Yeah. He is awesome. My favorite things he does are theory videos, hence the name of his channel, Theory. He also does like fan fictions, and he voice acts the comics. So he'll go through and he'll read.
A very good Palpatine.
His Palpatine is better than Palpatine, man. Do it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And he was like.
His Vader's pretty good too.
His Vader's not bad, but he'll be like.
His Palpatine's fantastic.
He'll slip into it. Like he was during this episode. He was like going through the script or whatever, and he just slipped into the Palpatine voice. I'm like, God, it's so good. But anyway, we talked about many times why Anakin lost to Obi-Wan, even though everybody, the kind of consensus is Obi-Wan or Anakin was more powerful. Let me see here.
Yeah, but we've already talked about that. The reason why Obi-Wan won is because.
Well, right. I'm just saying, as maybe somebody didn't know, we're bringing them back in. The theory is after killing the Separatists, he's fully embracing the dark side. He's like fully submerged in his hate. Those are the people who've tried to kill Padme for so long. They're part of the reason this war is happening. Blah blah blah. He truly hates them. So he's fine. He's fully embracing the dark side, and he attributed it to like the Sith eyes being like Super Saiyan, like it's a power up. The dark side is not necessarily more powerful than light, but it allows you to reach your potential faster because you embrace your emotions. So him embracing that is kind of like a power boost. It's like turning Super Saiyan. He's angry. He's fully powered up. When he sees Padme's ship, he's in love. Like he's dropped all those feelings. He's back to being regular Anakin as opposed to Darth Vader. And then when he sees Obi-Wan, the reason his eyes don't go back to Sith orange because he says, I hate you, is because that's his brother, his sad. Master.
He's sad.
Yeah, he doesn't want to kill Obi-Wan. That's why he says, "Don't make me kill you," in his cheesy ass Anakin voice.
I really hope when Hayden Christensen comes back that he redeems himself.
But I don't think his acting was the problem.
No, I think the dialogue was awful.
The dialogue's terrible, and like let's be honest.
What are you supposed to do with a turd? Like, granted, like I'm not saying Hayden Christensen is not up there with like the caliber of like
Ewan McGregor
or Natalie Portman,
right?
Or fucking Samuel L. Jackson or any of the top flight guys of people that appear in this movie, because they could take the shitty dialogue and make it work,
right?
Whereas like an average actor, because Hayden Christensen, I mean, you could say if you want that his career was hurt by the movie,
which is sad because it really should have been like a springboard.
But he got hit but he couldn't overcome the shitty dialogue.
Right.
I feel like that's the thing that people need to remember about Star Wars.
The
story is cool.
Right.
The story is great. Dialogue is dog shit.
The same thing with Robert Pattinson. That dude, have you watched him in other stuff? He's a damn good actor. But you remember him in Twilight, so you're like...
No, I did that, and then I saw him do an interview about it, and he voiced how much he fucking
hates
that movie.
He hates those movies.
Robert Patterson, I love you.
Pattinson? Not Patterson.
It is Pattinson, but I'm not calling him Patterson.
Isn't Patterson like a basketball? I feel like there's other Pattersons. But anyway, so essentially, he could have been using more of the dark side and been at basically what I'm trying to say is he could have been even stronger fighting Obi-Wan had he embraced his hate, and maybe he even wins that fight.
I think he was sad that he didn't want to he felt betrayed because he thought some shit was going on there.
Yeah. But I feel like if he's fully pissed off, what if he's able to clear Obi-Wan on the jump? What if he doesn't lose? What if he doesn't get there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
Now you're treading into he never actually turns into Vady cakes. And
no, I'm saying he turns into Vader at full power as opposed to.
So then he looks at Palpatine, kills him with a look, and then just becomes his own
emperor? So the part of his theory was, or his fan fiction was, what if Anakin didn't actually burn? He lost. he got his limbs cut, but he didn't burn, because the burning is what caused the most damage and was the most detrimental. It is why he had to wear the whole suit. He couldn't breathe. He was in constant pain all the time. When he was rebuilt, Sidious purposely gave him shitty materials to remind him of his failure. He didn't give him a full powered cyber.
And not only that, but he also put like he was weak to lightning in that motherfucker.
Right. He was I'm gonna make sure no lightning. He made basically he ensured Vader was in constant pain as a reminder of his failure. So if Vader doesn't get burned and he still gets cut up and loses, he has 4 robotic arms, so he will never be able to do Force lightning. But his overall connection to the Force wouldn't be as weak. And it would take more time, but he could still end up more powerful than Palpatine because that was his destiny.
Wouldn't it be crazy if that idea? I would love to see a comic of that.
Of just him not being burned, or
I want like a kind of like a what if
where he wins.
Where he wins.
That would be cool.
Because then he fucking overcomes fucking.
He would kill Palpy for sure.
He probably figures out how to Force heal, brings patty cakes back to life.
Lucas had a scale of 1 to 10 essentially. Sidious being a 9 or a 10 on the scale of 1 to 10, and they said at the start of movie 3, Obi-Wan is an 8, which I think is entirely too high. I think he'd be like a 7 because Mace Windu. What is Mace Windu then? Mace Windu's not an 8, but maybe Yoda's a 9 and Mace Windu's an 8. Obi-Wan's a 7, maybe. I would kind of
I feel like because Mace Windu dies, a lot of people are like, but like he got betrayed by Anakin,
and they don't show the whole fight with Sidious in the book. In the book, they describe it as a blur. You can't see how fast he's moving, and he wins. He outright. It was stated about George Lucas said Mace Windu won the fight.
Oh yeah, and he would have killed him.
He fucking was gonna. I'm too weak.
Why did he keep shocking?
Have you ever grabbed something electric?
But it's your own lightning. Just stop doing it.
He couldn't. He was like idiot. Stuck in the lightning.
I think I'm telling you. I think Palpatine did that so he would get disfigured.
Do you think it was bait?
Yeah, bro. So that he could fucking Jedi. I need to die.
But he didn't come back as Chancellor after that.
No, he Emperor after that.
No, I know, but I'm saying. If your thought process is he did it on purpose to get disfigured so that people would go after the Jedi, after that he issued Order 66 and killed the Jedi anyway.
Yeah, but like now, like he had justification for it.
But it wasn't as Chancellor.
Yeah, I mean, so he was like, I didn't do anything. That was crazy, right? That they disfigured me, and it's crazy that they're all dead. Anyways,
in the book, when he's being arrested, he's like, "No, you can't arrest me, Jedi! How dare you!" And like he's like yelling so that his not cameras, but like the audio in the room is picked up, and like he's like, don't arrest me!" And then he like winks and starts murderizing the rest of the Jedi. It's great. Anyway,
I like how he mastered all the styles just because he's
to be a dickhead. And he covered his lightsaber in like gold and to be flashy and shit.
And he still got murked by Mace Windu.
And Yoda. Yoda beat him in a lightsaber duel too. That's why he switched to fucking throwing shit at him.
You know why? It's fucking Yoda cakes.
I want more Mace Windu in my life.
I was very mad in The Mandalorian when they really tried to act like Mace Windu was still out here. Because I'm sorry, but if Mace Windu was still alive, you would have seen him in episode 4, 5, or 6.
Or at least, yeah, probably.
And then they tried to do the whole that's who Snoke really was. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, because he's bald and yeah.
Windy Cakes died. Okay, we're all sad about it.
Okay? Did he die from Force lightning, or was it the fall?
The fall.
Okay.
And he cut. That would cauterize your shit too, so you're not.
What do you mean logistically thinking? That's of course it cauterizes the wound.
Because lightsabers aren't real. As much as it hurts me to say that out loud.
Listen, all I'm saying is Mace Windu's alive.
We need to buy
He's on Naboo,
and then from now on, when we have arguments, we go outside and we fight.
I've got a lightsaber right now in my bed.
I'll pull out. I got a real one.
Oh,
not.
I got Kylo's lightsaber.
Not one of those fucking.
Hey man,
I had one too. I had a fucking blue one.
Me and my brother would do
it. Do you ever wonder what if you were a real Jedi?
Shit.
Because you know how we talked about it, how the kyber crystal color changes based on
the owner. No, that was from the What If. I thought the kyber crystals originally were green, blue, and then in rare cases you had your orange, your yellow, your purple. Am I missing one?
Fucking red.
But those are fake. They're synthetic. Well,
it's you force.
They used to be synthetic, and then it became
when they changed the lightsaber.
Right, and then it became you made it bleed, which is way cooler. But anyway, all right. Enough
I like
about
the new lightsaber lore. It's way better.
Way cooler.
But anyway, was it blue? Blue is you're good with the lightsaber.
Blue are the guardians.
Green are the fighters, right?
No, other way around. Green are the
strong in the Force.
Strong in the Force. They're more the politicky Jedi. Blue is the lightsaber, like Obi-Wan. They're the duelists. And then yellow is like the guardians of the temple. Purple is
just Mace Windu,
and only because he said, "I want to stick out." So can I have a purple one?
It's his favorite fucking color.
He literally they showed behind the scenes.
Literally Samuel L. Jackson's
right.
favorite
Purple's
color.
his favorite color, but he the reason he got a different color was because
so did it really say bad motherfucker on his lightsaber? I really hope it did.
Of course it did.
I hope in my mind, in my heart, he still has it.
And when he ignites that bitch and says motherfucker on the way out. Anyway,
are you gonna tell Samuel L. Jackson no?
No.
You know what's crazy about his career? He's literally done
everything.
Like the spectrum.
Everything.
And he's still phenomenal. I love Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm going to be very upset when he passes away.
Because it's our favorite subject of the week, where we just shit on bad sports takes throughout the sporting world, mostly involving Skip.
Look at you, Bip, Chip, and Skip.
Ball, the whole Skip family. You know they tune in just for us from California.
The whole Bayless. Scaleless and Jayless.
So, Tom Brady was against the Bears. He was still in the game in the fourth quarter, up 35-0, throwing from the 10-yard line, trying to score a touchdown. It's fine. He's the GOAT. He's trying to get the MVP.
Not front running? That's not front running?
Not front running. That's not chasing. Well, he's the touchdown leader, but that's not.
Is he yards?
Padding stats.
Is he yard too?
Yeah.
So no one's ever going to pass that.
No. Mahomes, if he plays long enough, maybe. You have to play long enough and be good. So, like, there's only a handful of guys who can even do it. Right now, I mean...
Right now, the way we're looking at it right now, there's only two names that come to my mind. Fucking Josh Allen.
And Mahomes. Yeah.
Maybe Herbie, if he plays well.
If he keeps this up. I mean, they're always losing leads, so he's got to be throwing the ball.
That defense is trash.
But if just the week before... Why is LeBron even in the game up 12 in the fourth quarter? Because that's 3 possessions and the game is...
That's 4 threes, my guy.
And the way possessions go in the NBA, that's like 2 minutes. So I kind of feel like...
That shit depending on...
A 35-point lead in the fourth quarter of the NFL is not equivalent to a 12-point lead at any point in an NBA game. The Lakers just blew a 26-point lead.
How often do you see that many points put up in one quarter? I don't think that's ever happened. 35 points in one quarter.
I think the biggest comeback I ever saw was Peyton Manning on Monday night against the Bucks. I think he came back like 22 points in a quarter.
Disgusting.
Or something like that. Wasn't it 22 in like 5 minutes or something ridiculous?
Gross.
So on, they have the Peyton and Eli simulcast of the Monday night games, right? So if you don't know what that is, Peyton and Eli, like how Joe Buck and Troy Aikman call a game.
But you can actually see them the whole game.
Right. They kind of do something. So they don't call the game. They kind of talk about the game, but then they have guests on, and they talk to the guests, and they're like, oh, hey, look at that play. That kind of shit.
Look at this fuckface.
And Marshawn Lynch was on and said fuck on live TV. He was pulled like 5 minutes into his segment. They pulled him because he said fuck. He said shit. He said something else, and then they pulled his ass. They literally turned off his camera, and Peyton Manning was like, yeah, sorry about the language there. What did you expect?
It's Marshawn.
Yeah, he said, "Oh fuck," and then he goes, "He's like, oh, I shouldn't have said that." Anyway, they had one Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. on.
The third.
They had him on, and I'm gonna give you his quote. He said,
well, here we go.
"You know how you go into the defensive meeting and you're in there for like 2 minutes and you're like, oh, that's why you're defensive players and you can never be offensive players. It's kind of like a dog chasing a car. They're all stupid."
He just called defensive players stupid?
As a whole. All of them. He said, so he finished. He says all defensive players are stupid. And as Peyton's like closing to move on to the next edge or go to break or something, Tom like squeezes in. Well, we've had some great defensive players. He called all defensive players stupid.
So you think prime time is dumb?
He said it's clear why they can't play offense. Is because they're stupid.
Okay, I'm not even going to touch that. I don't know. We don't have enough time.
He said Devontae.
Coming from a former defensive player, I just prefer defense. I like hit people.
It's also
that's very insulting.
Dog, it's like
have you? All right, we can move on, but this is my only evidence that he's fucking stupid. Go watch tape of Luke Kuechly.
Dog,
go watch tape of Luke Kuechly, and I'm not talking about like fucking highlights. Go watch him literally point out and say what the call is, and then at one point in time, he actually calls the play. They audible. He calls their audible.
But he's stupid. He was concussed like a motherfucker, but he wasn't stupid. Now, and here's the other thing. Like, honestly, the way when he says stuff like that, you would think, oh, he's just played with bad defenses. Tom Brady is the only player in NFL history to win a Super Bowl in which the offense only scores 13 points. You understand what I'm saying? That means the other team scored less than 13 points. Now, how did they do that? Oh, the defense stopped him.
Yeah,
so you're telling me
out here playing middle linebacker.
So the defense had to figure out how to stop the offense. Oh, do you think he thought the defensive players were stupid for the Giants when they held the highest scoring offense ever to 14 points in a Super Bowl? In the most important game of the season, you can't get above 2 touchdowns in a full game? But that's because they're stupid, right? You just wanted to only score 14 that game? Oh. So the defensive players are stupid when Malcolm Butler intercepts them on the 1-yard line, wins you another Super Bowl. They're stupid, right? Or when the Falcons can't score in the second half because your defense figured it out. That had nothing to do with defense?
That one was just Kyle Shanahan.
Shh, don't do this to me. All right. Asshole. All right, not you, him. Skip Bayless said Davante Adams made Aaron Rodgers. Now, here's why that doesn't make any fucking sense. Is because Aaron Rodgers had already won a Super Bowl and MVPs and had a 15-1 record and went to the play before Davante Adams.
Yeah, before he played.
And also,
like how many years did he play? I think he's played more years without Davante than he has with, right?
By a good chunk, because
Davante's not that old, right?
I think he's only been in the league 7 years. Well, let me pull up Davante Adams real quick.
Because Aaron Rodgers is what? It gotta be 15, right? 15, 16. How long has he been whooping on you guys?
He was drafted in 08.
Does that hurt you to say?
Yeah. Maybe that was when he first started starting.
I would say that might suck.
He got drafted in 05 with Alex Smith. So he started in 08.
He missed out on Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady this last all
14. Adams was drafted in 14. So 6, 7. This is his 7th year. And Aaron Rodgers has been in the NFL 16 years. So you're right, Davante Adams. And also, if we look at stats,
he's a hell of a wide receiver.
His first All-Pro wasn't until 3 years in the NFL. So it wasn't like he came in like lit the league on fire. Actually, matter of fact, he was known as Drop-Tay Adams for his first couple years in the NFL because he couldn't catch the fucking ball. So I kind of feel like working with Aaron Rodgers made Davante Adams better.
And does that hurt you to say?
No.
You're defending Aaron Rodgers?
No, because Aaron Rodgers is
a douche canoe.
One of the gigantic asshole, pain in the ass to deal with, dickhead, short-sighted, all that shit. However, he's a goddamn amazing quarterback, and he's way better at doing quarterback things than Tom Brady. He just isn't lucky. Tom
Brady's very good at pre-snap.
Yeah, okay, fine. He's good at pre-snap, but
that's all I'll give him. That's all I'll ever give Tom Brady.
But for example, last night Aaron Rodgers was out left tackle, right tackle. He was out his top 3 wide receivers. His tight end tore his ACL in the second quarter. He was out his top 2 outside linebackers, his top 2 corners, all out. Everybody out with injuries. He then throws short passes, completes a lot to the running backs and stuff, kind of like somebody else we know who does that.
Check down.
And People are blowing him up on Twitter. Look at this pass chart by Aaron Rodgers. All he does is check down. You're giving him credit for this win. That's Tom Brady's whole career.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. And
That's
matter of fact,
that's why he needs a gang of running backs.
the crazy thing is, Aaron Rodgers put up 45 points in his first ever playoff game and lost. Tom Brady, through his first 4 playoff games, put up 30 points. And he won all 4 of them to win his first Super Bowl. But Aaron Rodgers isn't as good as Tom Brady because his defenses have always historically been worse.
The one year Aaron Rodgers had a good fucking Super Bowl.
He had a top 10 scoring defense one time.
What happened?
And won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady has like 18 of those, including this season. Okay, so everybody, this is not a Skip Bayless thing. This is an NBA world take. For years, LeBron's got to get off the ball. He's got to play more in the post. He's got to shoot more jumpers because he's not going to be able to handle the ball his whole career. All the other greats got off the ball. He's on the ball too much. This is the take. We've heard this for years, that everybody was saying it was going to be good playing with Lonzo because he can come off the ball. They were talking about Russ because he can come off the ball. Now he's Rondo. He can play off the ball. But now that he's playing off the ball, literally for Russ, well, the offense doesn't look good. I don't know how this is going to work because LeBron can't play off the ball. Blah, blah. He does what y'all ask for, and you bitch. Oh, the team doesn't look as good when he doesn't have the ball. No shit. That's why he's had the ball his whole career. What? Every other time I turn on sports talk, like, well, LeBron's really got to play on the ball because this off-the-ball stuff isn't working. What?
You're right, though. They really did. They used to fucking bitch because he's like, I don't think LeBron can play off the ball. No, he can't play off the ball. He just never has. And it makes your offense worse. And stupid fuck.
He can play off the ball. He's shooting 48% from 3. He doesn't have to hold the ball all the time. However, the offense isn't as good when he doesn't have it because nobody can see the game like he can. Fuck. Sorry about that, guys. It just gets so worked up. So, Skip's been going to this fucking thing this well all year. Russ is leading the Lakers in usage rate. Oh my God, he's getting the ball. He has the ball more than LeBron and Anthony Davis. Oh my God, how is LeBron going to handle that? Do you guys know what usage rate is? Do you know how they calculate that stat? You don't? I'll tell you. This is how they calculate usage rate. Usage rate is how often the ball ends in your hand. So, for example, if you shoot the ball, that's usage rate. If you turn the ball over, that's usage rate. If you shoot free throws, if you get fouled and shoot free throws, that's usage rate, okay? You see where I'm going with this? So, let's say they call a play for LeBron. High pick and roll, they're going to call a play for LeBron. Russ is dribbling the ball up the court. But he loses his dribble, ball goes out of bounds. That's usage rate. But that wasn't meaning that the goal of the offense was to get Russ the ball. You see what I'm saying? Or, for example, it's late in the ball game, Russ is dribbling the ball up the court, and they foul him, and he has to go shoot free throws. That's not meaning he was using the ball more than LeBron. That just means he got fouled and has to shoot free throws. Usage rate is an awful way to decide how often a player has the ball. Because if he turns the ball over, that goes as usage rate. That's not necessarily what the play was designed for. And so the idea that, he's using the ball so much more, I mean, he has the ball in his hands.
And don't you want your point guard to have your highest usage rate?
I mean, maybe. I don't even know if that matters. Because, again, usage rate just means the possession ended. It sounds
like another fucking stupid stat that we've used.
They've used it for a while now, but the idea, you're trying to use it to say that LeBron's not being involved. He's still getting 20 shots a game. That's more than enough. Anyway, usage rate is not what you're trying to make it out to be. So
it's like turnover-worthy plays. They're useless ass stat.
Or air distance. Ooh, we're going to track how far the ball goes in the air. Is it completed? No, we don't care about that. Huh? What? So you just made up a stat for how far they throw the ball?
Bro.
Duh. What if it goes out of bounds? Well, it traveled 35 yards. Fuck you. Anyway, in 2007, if you don't remember, the Cowboys, they were 13-3. That was the one with T.O. They went to Seattle, and they lost. That was the one where T.O. was crying after the game, right? You remember that? That's my quarterback. Everybody remembers that's not quarterback, right? Check this out.
Hey.
Skip says T.O. was piling on Tony Romo. That T.O. was blaming Tony Romo for the loss.
Didn't they weren't the people trying to get him to do that, and he?
That's why he was crying. They're like, so Tony Romo made some bad plays. He's like, don't do that. That's my guy. That's my quarterback. Don't do that. We live and die with him. That's my guy. Skip was saying T.O. should be blaming himself for the loss.
Why was he talking about that?
They were talking about which team has had which Cowboys team had the best chance to win the Super Bowl in the last whatever. 2007 they had like 24 All-Pro players and all this shit, all the All-Stars. And Shannon was saying the 2007 team had the most talent. They had the best chance to win the Super Bowl. That was the one where they went
and lost to Pittsburgh, right? I think that was Big Ben's first Super Bowl, and Jerome Bettis' only. I think so.
No, that was in 2006, wasn't it?
It was 2007, I think.
I don't think you're right.
Whatever.
Anyway, point being that that was their initial topic, and then Skip still tried to find a way to bash T.O., who was literally crying because the media tried to be mean to his quarterback.
It's my quarterback.
But you're saying he was piling on to Tony Romo because he didn't say it's my fault we lost the game?
Fuck Tony Romo. He was a trash ass NFL quarterback.
Hey. He was
No.
He was entertaining to watch.
No, he was not.
He was, because you didn't know if that ball was going to T.O. for 80 or the DB for 60. You had no idea. Got him. All right.
Bitch. Sorry.
Wow.
He is good at color commentating, though, which is amazing, because it's always the shitty players that are good at it.
Listen to me.
And Peyton, he's good
I need you to look me into the windows of my soul for this one.
Okay.
So, night one, LeBron sat out for ankle soreness. Undisputed the next day. Skip says it's load management, and he doesn't want to call it load management because LeBron said if LeBron's healthy, LeBron's going to play. Just call it load management. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm only calling him out because if he just called it load management, I'd have no problem with it. He's old and blah, 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 right? So then LeBron sits out game 2. Skip said LeBron sat out and is load managing because Skip Bayless said so. He said he was going to play the second night of the back-to-back, but he didn't want it to look like load management like Skip said it was. So he's saying he was more injured, so he had to sit out again. And that LeBron hears what Skip Bayless is saying and sat the fuck out just because Skip Bayless said he was load managing. And so he needed to make it look
like that. Sounds right.
Yeah. You know why
it sounds right? Because in LeBron's entire career, he's always addressed everything that Skip's ever said about him. And he's going to start. It's not going to stop now.
No. And the other thing is, I felt like Skip's whole narrative was that LeBron was trying to catch Kareem. That was his only goal. So I feel like sitting out games would be the opposite of that. Because you can't score points if you're not playing. So it's almost like missing games would be detrimental to his ultimate goal.
No, that's why he's chugging up threes. He's making up for it.
Oh! Gosh, how could I be so stupid? All right. Last one here. He said, I don't give Aaron Rodgers much credit for winning in Arizona because the Cardinals should have won the game. He said...
Who won?
Green Bay. On a pick. He said...
But,
what's that?
When they picked it off, who threw the pick?
That was Kyler, the Cardinals quarterback. And so the Packers won the game.
So the defense stepped up, got a pick, clutched the game. Okay.
Sure. He said he nickeled and dimed his way to a game he should have lost.
Fuck you. I don't understand how you could be a fan of Tom Brady and then have the caucasity to fucking say some shit like that.
I thought the same. I'm like, hold on.
You're the GOAT, bro, but that's literally why the fucking Patriots were running through running backs because they needed like 80 of them because he's like, oh, check down. That's why nobody liked the Patriots because it was fucking boring, bro.
He had 202 yards passing in the Super Bowl. 65% of those came after the catch. I watched him throw a screen pass to a tight end behind the line of scrimmage who ran 25 yards downfield. GOAT. I watched him throw his first touchdown pass of that game. They brought Gronk over and he kind of rolled out. That Gronk caught the ball 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, ran for 5 and a
That man's name is Gronky. And you're talking about Tommy and Gronky right now.
Nope.
And
Tom Brady overthrew Mike Evans by 15 yards.
How?
They called pass interference on that one.
Yeah, and all that was fucking feet got tangled up. Yeah,
They called pass interference on him again when he threw the ball 12 yards over Mike Evans' head in the end zone. Uncatchable ball, but that's pass interference for sure. So all I'm saying is, how you gonna bitch about nickel and diming when your guy, his average yards per completion is like 6 yards? It might be 8. But also, he's like, well, Tom Brady wins all the time without his top players. So you're telling me, so like, for example, Skip was like, or Shannon said, I don't think another quarterback wins that game. I think Aaron Rodgers he played it the right way. I don't think you could take
another the game plan because who the fuck was he throwing the ball
on the fly? He's like, I don't think you could take another quarterback's top 10 other players outside of himself and go win that game. Skip's like, well, Aaron Rodgers does it all the time. Okay, what he's saying is, well, he was without Antonio Brown and Scotty Miller. Mike Evans is an all-pro receiver who has 7 consecutive seasons of 1,000 yards. He didn't get those by accident. Chris Godwin, Pro Bowler 2 years ago because Tom Brady wasn't good enough to get him one last year. Gronkowski, he's hurt. We'll just have Cameron Brate. He's hurt. We just have A.J. Howard, a tight end who runs 4.4. We have our starting running back Ronald Jones is out. Oh no, what are we gonna do? We have Leonard Fournette. That's crazy. Levante David wasn't there. Okay. Did you still have Devin White? Did you still have Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea and JPP and Shaq Barrett? The corners are all beat up. They're so bad. It doesn't matter if they can't throw the fucking ball. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I hate Tom Brady. He's such a dickhead.
Dickhead and overrated.
And he kisses his son in the mouth.
We don't talk about that enough. Okay, so before we go, I watched a football game today.
Oh yeah, you did.
For the first time all year. Does that make you sad?
No, you watched the Notre Dame game. You went to one, yeah?
I'm going to one.
Going
in a couple weeks.
Which one are you going to?
Notre Dame, Virginia, Georgia Tech.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Triple option though.
And it was Michigan versus Michigan State.
Number 6 versus number 8.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, it looked like it was over at halftime.
Of course,
Michigan was fucking them up. Yeah. That Michigan State quarterback is garbage.
Hey,
his last name is Thorne, and I kept making jokes about.
Where were you watching this game at?
Guy I work with.
But what? Didn't you work today?
Yeah, I got off at noon. The game started. I got off at 11. The game started at noon. I left work and went to his house.
Why didn't you go to bed? Didn't you go to work at 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
Go the fuck to sleep.
I haven't been to bed yet. Listen.
You're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh tonight. I'll tell
you what. The fuck I am. I can't go without getting sent to the shower room. Anyway, so
the game looked over at halftime.
Yeah, and then Michigan harballed it up, as I was calling it through the whole game, and Michigan quarterback who was fucking them up in the first half. He had a good second half. He didn't really make too many crazy plays until the end of the game when he threw that pick.
To be fair, that pick looked like better defensive play than better throw.
That pick was fucking crazy.
He just like.
So like I said, I watched it live. It looked like Buddy snagged it one-handed and brought it in.
He did, didn't he?
No, he batted it to himself.
Oh.
Like it hit him in his hand and then it came down and he caught it.
Because on the highlight, it did sure as hell look like he just
live action. All of a sudden, he's running the ball down the field, and I was like,
"How the fuck?"
And I didn't know he didn't catch it one-handed until they did the replay. Yeah, anyway,
that was a hell of a grab.
That fucking running back for Michigan State. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm pissed off because this quarterback. No, I wanted Michigan to lose, but I don't really care.
Yeah, who cares?
All right, let me put it this way: everybody in the house wanted Michigan to lose, so I was like, "All right, fuck it, I'm not gonna be that guy."
You want Michigan to lose?
Let's go Michigan State. So
just saying that sounds awful,
right? It sounds terrible, but so to say, I want Michigan. to win.
I definitely don't want Michigan to win.
So I'm sitting there, and it's like second half. It's like halfway through the third quarter. Fucking their running backs already got 3 touchdowns, and I'm like, you know what would be a crazy idea? Just keep giving that guy the ball. Just proceeds literally on the next play. He still scores a touchdown.
Is that the 50-yarder?
Yeah, I'm like,
dog, put me in, coach.
Right. So then he scores their next touchdown.
That was from 20 yards out.
He scored all of their touchdowns. Yeah. The only points he was not responsible for were extra points in the 2-point conversion. That's the kid was fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
Watching him, I don't think I've ever seen It's not that he's not out here fucking making crazy moves. He's just slippery.
I mean, like that's how
Like,
old boy Le'Veon Bell was. When
his center is good.
You can't get him down.
He's like a gyroscope. You just do this.
And then weeble and they wobble, they don't fall down, dag.
Bro, and then he trucked somebody. It was scary.
Did you see the receiver truck that dude from Bowling Green? Dog, he caught like a 5-yard little screen, catch it, runs, and the DB is perfect position, squared up, and the fucking receiver, and the corner fell backwards so fast.
So here's what happened in that moment. He as he's going down, he's like, should have kept playing wide receiver.
Definitely.
But no, I can't fucking catch.
I can't believe Tom Brady said all defensive players are stupid on national television.
Some of the smartest people in football play defense.
Bro, do you know how hard it is to play corner?
Not only that, but to play middle linebacker, most of the time you're also the fucking head of the defense. You're the one that calls the plays.
Right.
So not only that, but you're also like kind of like mini defensive coordinator out there. So you have to know, like, to be able to diagnose. And yeah, sure, they fuck up sometimes. We all fucking do in life, where you think you know the play and you don't. But that's the play. That's the scheme.
The goal.
It's the scheme, yeah. To make you think I'm going over here and I'm really going over here. But to literally look at the shit in a split second and make the right fucking play every time.
But I mean, obviously, it takes a lot of knowledge to be able to play quarterback, because you have to know all 22. Yeah. And for linebacker, you got to know. For linebacker, you at least got to know your 4 down linemen and the offense. You got to know a lot of players too. I'm not saying you don't. But for the quarterback, you got to know all 22. You got to know where every guy on the field is at all times. I'm not saying you got to be like stupid. You can't be stupid and play quarterback, obviously. Which is why it's a dumb narrative.
Eli Manning, man.
That was hurtful.
Accurate.
Talk, that dude looks like an idiot. Anyway,
watching that man stare at the side.
and then he just like fucking figured it out. He's like, I'm gonna go win 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady. Ooh, I hate that you have to put Eli in the Hall of Fame just because you kept Brady from winning rings. That's so
fuck
crazy.
It. Nick Foles is going too, dog.
Okay. I've seen Nick Foles play football. He's not going to Hall of Fame.
He won a Super Bowl.
He did throw his first year with Chip Kelly. He was like 24-2 or something. Anyway.
Chip Kelly's trash.
Tom Brady called defense players stupid. I want you to remember that next time you cheer for him. Anyway,
yes. Yep.
I think we're good. Come back next week.
For me to have this belt for 3 weeks.
We were trying to watch The Long Halloween.
I don't have
Halloween,
HBO Max anymore.
But he doesn't have HBO Max.
And I had to work Saturday.
So we didn't really get
to it. But I'm here.
Hopefully we'll get a movie in next week. And I think we'll catch you guys later.